Welcome to the Lewis Cass football field. I'm Faith Abbott, and I'm here with part of the Lewis Cass football team.
Hi, I'm Brayton Hensley, and I'm a starting guard.
Hi, I'm Cooper Fry, starting halfback.
I'm Luke Chambers, and I'm the starting center.
I'm LJ Hillis, and I'm the starting quarterback.
How do you guys feel about this homecoming game?
Oh, I feel pretty pumped up. I mean, it's Western. I mean, nobody really likes Western, so feeling pretty pumped up, ready to go hit them.
How do you feel about the season so far?
I think we've played a lot of tough teams after we got scheduled with Delta. It's just been a tough season, but we have a lot of potential for the upcoming years. A lot of young kids starting this year, but a lot of potential for the next year. It's a great coaching staff.
How do you think the game's going to go?
I personally believe it's going to be a dogfight through 4 quarters. It's going to come out to toughness in the end, who can play the hardest, fly around to the ball, who's going to be the most in condition and ready to actually hit for 4 quarters, because going through a game, it takes a while to get through actually all of it and have the energy to finish it.
Is there anything you're worried about for this game?
There's really nothing I'm worried about. They're a good team, but our coaches will get us ready throughout the week.
That's good. And Pep Week, we always have one. How do you guys feel about the pep rally and homecoming dance?
Oh, I'm pretty pumped up about it. You know, you get the whole school together, and guess what we get to do, Cooper?
We do some dancing.
And that's about it.
About it.
Are there any pre or post game rituals you guys go through?
Before the games on Fridays, we always hang out at one of our buddies' house, have tacos, and just chill out for the games.
And for our post games, once we go out and win, we head down to the Victory Bell. We go down there, we let our coach talk to us, we ring the bell, we sing the school fight song, which is a big thing in our community. And we ended up all just going back to the locker room, playing some Miley Cyrus and Taylor Swift, and just jamming out the rest of the night.
Pretty much.
You guys heard it here. The football team is ready and they can't wait to win.
Welcome back to the King's Cast today. I'm Jack Salyers. With me is Gannon Davis. Today we'll be talking about the Marine who who passed away in Afghanistan recently, and his procession went to Cass County. Gannon Davis, a resident of Walton, Indiana, went. And how did it feel to be there during the procession?
Okay, so originally I wasn't for sure if I was going to go to this event, but my mom texted me at the last minute, told me to come. It would start at 11 o'clock on Sunday morning, so I thought I might as well go to it. It seems like a good thing to be a part of and represent or recognize what this guy did for us over in Afghanistan. So being there, it felt pretty good. I liked what the community did for this guy. I didn't know him personally, but I know some people in Logansport that did know him personally, and it just sucks that they've been devastated by the news of him. So I'm just glad that we all were able to honor him after what he did for us, serving in the Army for us. And I thought it was just amazing what in Walton and Logansport, what everyone did. I just thought it was amazing overall, what they did.
If you had to ballpark how many people were there, if you had a rough estimate, how many people do you think went?
Now, I think that I would say there, if not at least 1,000 people were at least in Walton, maybe 800, 900 people, or I would say at least maybe 1,000 people. There were so many people, the streets were, all around the streets were just covered. People all down the roads were outside of Walton were covered. And then I couldn't imagine what Logansport was. Downtown Logansport I know was packed. And then everywhere else in Logansport had to be. So there had to be thousands of people just in Logansport in general. So I think there were so many people there. That's another thing I like about that too. That's a good thing that there's so many people there. And a lot of people were posting about they're glad that they lived and that they're a member of Cass County and we represented them in a good way.
Where did you stand at in Walton? Where at?
So my dad, Grant Davis, was on the radio for the whole thing, and there was another guy in Logansport doing it. So he was right by the bank in Walton, so by the front door, and that's where I stood for a little bit at the start, just to hear what he had to say, because he interviewed one of the veterans during it. So I listened to some of that, and then once that was done, or they talked for a while, and then I moved closer to the road once all the motorcycles and everyone, and the hearse and all that, once everyone started coming through Walton, that's when I moved closer to the road to see what was going on. And another thing to bring up, I just like that everyone was very patriotic about it. Everyone had USA flags, people with their hands over their hearts, people saluting them as they drove by. I thought that was just amazing to see and all that, and all the people that was there. Just the culture overall was just amazing.
Well, thank you for coming on the show, and thank you for going this past weekend.
Thank you for having me.
Hi,
welcome back to the second annual Samuel J. Carlton Hot Dog Eating Competition. I'm Claire Legleiter, and this is Luke Davis.
The winner of the contest is the first person to eat 5 hot dogs. Now let's introduce the competitors. We got Eric Hardy, we have Coach Johnson, we have Mr. Mannering, and we have the winner of last year's contest, Samuel J. Carlton.
Okay, no cheating, no starting early. Okay, ready?
Does the final hot dog have to be in your mouth?
It has to be
Down your
completely
throat?
swallowed.
Down your throat.
Swallow, all right.
Swallow. Okay, hands on the table. 3, 2, 1, go.
On a cold winter morning, in the time before the light, in flames of death's eternal rain, we ride towards the fight. When the darkness is falling down, in the times of tough or right, the sound of evil laughter falls around the world tonight. Fighting hard, fighting on for the steel through the waste.
Update, we're about halfway through. I think right now Eric Hardy's in the lead. Close seconds of Coach Johnson and Coach Manning.
Upset, Mr. Carlton is in the last.
It's last.
Might have to rename the competition.
Fly, yeah, we're free before the thunderstorm. On towards the wilderness, southwest carrying storm. Far beyond the sundown, far beyond the moonlight. Deep inside our hearts and all our souls. So far away.
It's coming down to the wire. Eric Hardy is on his last hot dog. So everybody is on their last hot dog. Everyone, Eric Hardy has about 1 bite left.
It's intense.
It's going down to the last 2 seconds. The amazing comeback by Coach Carlton.
Well, let's do it. Win.
Oh, can you force it down? Can you force it down?
Don't curl. Yay!
And we have a winner!
Eric Hardy wins.
Wow.
Dominance.
Wow. Where did that come from?
It's crazy.
That was impressive.
I lowered the bar last year so I could dominate this year.
There, Eric, come in front of the camera. Would you like to say a few
Slow
words?
start there. I felt it should
How do you feel right now?
Pretty incredible considering I beat my hero, the previous year's champion. So I think it will now be, for at least next year, be the Eric Hardy Egg Lewis Cass Hot Dog Eating Invitational. So that feels pretty great. Can't wait to get my belt that you guys forgot, but
Yeah. We'll film that next time.
all right.
Would the losers like to say anything?
Good hot dog.